Hi everyone. As people know, I have Italian Greyhounds. I've had them since 1980. So I have a lot of experience, and occasionally a person will call me and say, it's really a cute breed. I'm thinking about getting one. And if they're really serious, I want them to know about all the drawbacks about an Italian Greyhound. And after I've told them all the drawbacks, if they're still interested, then I tell them they're the most wonderful breed in the world. So let's see what the drawbacks are owning an Italian Greyhound. First thing is teeth brushing. It's a daily commitment. And if you aren't able to commit to brushing your dog's teeth every day, not skip one day, then you really might think twice about owning an Italian Greyhound. The Greyhounds have a very narrow face, tight lips, so the bacteria collects in their teeth so quickly that if you brush them every day, you keep that tartar off, and hopefully you'll be able to go their entire life without a dental. I'm going to do a video very soon on a new toothpaste I've been using, but right now, think about it. Your commitment is every day you need to brush their teeth. The second one you want to think about is, does your dog need a dental? If they do, or if they need any type of medical procedure, good thing is to have health insurance, pet insurance. And you can look at many of them. I'm not going to recommend one here, but look at the plans and see which is the best for you and your dog. So you have your pet insurance. Third drawback, or you could say the third consideration, is finding a veterinarian that understands Italian Greyhounds. And that's not every vet. When I talk to a veterinarian, I ask them, what would you use if you're going to anesthetize my dog? They had better say to me, I would never use a barbiturate on a Greyhound. That's good. That's the first good thing. Then I ask them what it is they would use, and they can give me a name of, many different ones. We've talked about a dental, so please say a little prayer for Nikki, because right now, as you look at her on this video, when you watch this on Monday, May the 24th, she's actually getting a dental. Why? Because Nikki was 3 years old when I adopted her. No one had ever taken care of her teeth. And even though I brush those teeth every day, and I use the new toothpaste that is approved by the veterinary official health organization, I can't keep the gums from receding. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a dental, clean them all up. None of her teeth are loose yet, so we should be able to save the teeth, hopefully. But say a little prayer for Nikki as she will be undergoing a dental. I'm worried about anesthesia. Even though my veterinarian is using an anesthesia that's a very light anesthesia, I'm still concerned. Why? Because Italian Greyhounds don't have body fat. They don't have as much body fat as other dogs anyway. The anesthesia stays in the liver that much longer. It takes them so much longer for the anesthesia and any drugs to get out of their body. So you worry about their waking up from the anesthesia. Italian Greyhound can break their leg. Why? Because puppies think they can fly. When I have a puppy, Italian Greyhound, I never put them up on a bench like this, or a chair, or a sofa, or anything off the floor, because I don't want them to jump down. They have to be able to jump up on their own, and once they can do that, I'm there to catch them jumping up, and then I put pillows around everything, my couch, my chair, all these benches, and I teach the puppy to jump down. So I hold on by the waist and I let them jump down. Only when they can do that are they allowed to jump up. And there still might be a leg break. I mean, it does happen. They've got long, thin legs. They're puppies. They race around. They love to run. And they should be able to run to build muscle. But you also have to protect them. When you have a puppy with a broken leg, you have to think about, how am I going to pay for it? So then you have your pet insurance, which is really essential when you have an Italian Greyhound, especially a puppy. Next one, of course, is potty training. People will say to me, I cannot potty train my Italian Greyhound. And I say to them, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. You have to have a lot of structure when you have an Italian Greyhound. That means they spend a lot of time in a puppy pen with potty pads. And if you want them to learn to go outside, you take them out every 15, 20 minutes sometimes. And if you want to use potty pads, same thing, go to the potty area. And I know that's difficult for a lot of people. If you'd like more information on potty training, here's a potty training playlist. One on potty training outside, also on potty training to potty pads. So it's not impossible, but it certainly would be a drawback to a lot of people who wouldn't want their dog to pee or poop in their house. So that might be a reason why someone would say, I don't want an Italian Greyhound. So you don't want to brush their teeth. You don't want to clean up pee or poop. You don't want to have fractured legs. So maybe it's not the breed for you. There is epilepsy in the breed. Not all dogs, but there are some, and you have to know that it might occur in your dog. And it's scary when a dog seizures, but you deal with it. I had one dog who had epilepsy and he lived to be 14. Another had epilepsy, he lived to be 19. So you just deal with the problem. There are genetic issues in all breeds. You can go to UC Davis and find out the specific genetic problems for Italian Greyhounds. And I'll put the link below. There's also an enamel problem with some Italian Greyhounds where the enamel is soft and doesn't form. What are some of the other drawbacks? Well, you have a dog with short hair. So you definitely can't take them out in the wintertime without a coat on and maybe boots. You spend the winter shoveling not just your sidewalk, you shovel the grass all the way down so the grass is visible. That's the only way my IGs will go outside because they don't want to get their feet wet, even with boots on. Or you teach them to use the potty pads inside in bad weather, which is what I do. Don't let them get too hot in the summertime because they don't have the body fat now and the sun goes right in, and Nikki loves to lay in the sun, but I have to protect her because she'll lay in the sun too much. They do occasionally have separation anxiety. That's why they do great with a companion. 2 or 3 Italian Greyhounds helps them to, not to solve the problem of separation anxiety, but just so they're not quite so lonely. But if you do have a dog with separation anxiety, look at my video on help my nervous dog while I work, because that type of preparation happens before you ever go back to work after the COVID pandemic. What are the good things about an Italian Greyhound? They are the most lovable, cuddly, affectionate, sweet, smart. They make you laugh. They're the greatest breed in the whole world. And I've had them for so many years and I wouldn't have any other. So if the person you're talking to feels the way you do about Italian Greyhounds, then you have another Italian Greyhound lover. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video about Italian Greyhound pros and cons. For me, the pros far outweigh the cons. So for Nikki and I, thank you, and please leave us some comments about your Italian Greyhound and how you are dealing with the drawbacks to owning Italian Greyhound and what you think is best about an Italian Greyhound. Please remember to subscribe, ring that bell. Thanks. See you next time from Joyce and Nikki at Diamond Dog Training. Bye-bye.